Hello and welcome to another edition of Player Interviews presented by Inside the Hashes. My name is Juan Guarin-Camargo, and today we're speaking to Justin Curtis, senior offensive lineman out of IMG Academy down in Florida. Now, in talking with Justin, we broke down his transition from tackle to guard, how he's adjusted to East Coast living, and just so much more. And with all that said, let's jump into it. Now let's break down a little bit about your football history. Did you start playing football like in high school, or like did you do Pop Warner? When did you start?
My mom always against football, just didn't want her little baby to get hurt. I actually started, my first season was my 7th grade year. I played for a small little youth team out next to my home. It was good. No real coaching, really. I'd say my true experience with football really started in freshman year of high school. I got my first true O-line coach, and it was he invested in us completely, and that's sort of where I developed my true love for the sport. So
you say you're an offensive guard, but I've seen you play tackle and center on your Hudl film, primarily on the right side. Can you kind of break down what you define yourself as an offensive lineman?
I really see myself as the player that if the coach needs me to go somewhere else on the line, I'm there for him. I'm about 6'5". It's not like I'm really going to be playing the tackle position if I go to college. I need to be used to playing center guard as well. Plus, it's just a good trait to have. I'm a little bit more comfortable at tackle, but guard's starting to feel a lot more comfortable now that I'm practicing a lot more here in Florida.
A lot of people don't understand the different skills are required for different positions on the line. As a tackle, you got to be a little bit more agile and quicker in your feet, whereas as a guard, you have to be faster in the pull. Is there anything you feel like you have to work on to your transition into the interior line?
I definitely need to work on having my feet going at a more constant pace, faster as well. I also have to work on, like you said, the pulling aspect. There's a lot more pulling at guard than there was at tackle, so definitely a little bit new.
Break down, when you first started playing high school football, what was the experience like for you? And, how did it feel like getting hit for real?
High school football is definitely different. The speed picked up, the strength picked up. It was just a lot different. And then I adapted to it pretty well because I'd always been bigger for my age, and that sort of followed through with my freshman year. The pace of the game was a lot faster than anything in youth. When I got pulled up at the end of the freshman year to go play varsity, that was just a whole other ballpark. The speed and strength, along with just the thinking of the older players, it was crazy. But I was able to learn and adapt early, and that definitely helped out. So,
what are some of the things that you took, or lessons rather, that you took away from your time at Hart High School?
No matter how tough the opponent is, no matter how hard the situation may be, if you just keep pushing and putting in 110%, something good's bound to happen at some point. Once that happens, you take advantage and you just keep moving forward. That's definitely one of the main things my coaches at Hart taught me.
I know that your final game over there was a 50-21 loss to San Juan Hills. How did it feel that your last game in that uniform was such a heartbreaking loss?
Well, it definitely hurt to lose that game and not get to continue the season with all the friends I'd made that were seniors and all that. And I didn't even realize at the time that was going to be my last game with the team. It's definitely a sad loss, but I'm just glad I was able to have that season, those games with all my friends and stuff. So,
when did you decide to transfer to IMG?
Towards the beginning of this whole coronavirus lockdown and stuff, when school was all shutting down, IMG approached me, and they said that they liked all my my film, my play, all of that. At the time, I was like, oh, okay, because it was looking like we were going to have a season. We were just going to be starting maybe a few weeks later than normal. Come June 20th or so, we find out our season probably isn't going to be happening. For me, as much as I love my hometown school, I really need the senior season so I can continue to get film and share with college coaches and recruiters. So IMG started to become more and more of an option. While I am sad I had to leave my school with all my friends and all that, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Go play at the #1 high school football team in the country. So I couldn't pass it up. It was super hard leaving my parents, saying bye to them. First time I've been away from them in a long time period like this. It's definitely different, having to learn to do things more for myself without them just constantly there nagging me about it.
You've already attended a few camps. You've been starting to get some attention. Rivals even wrote that you were, quote, that you can, quote, play anywhere on the offensive line. And during the FBU battle of the top offensive lineman versus defensive lineman, you were a brick wall at the right tackle position. How did it feel to get that high of praise from like a recruiting channel?
That was definitely awesome. When I saw that, I was kind of like just super happy. And on top of that, I'd been hanging out with my friends when it got published out. So I mean, that was even cooler. Like, I was having a good time, and then that just elevated it.
I know you've been having some talks with a few schools. Two primarily that I've really seen like step it up is Yale and Harvard. How's that relationship been building with those two Ivy League schools, Harvard and Yale? Like, is it different from the other schools that you've been talking to?
Yale and Harvard, it's been good. I've talked with the coaches a decent amount. More so Yale in the past couple months. A few weeks ago, me and my mom, we went to Maine because she loves lobster. So we went to Maine, and while we were over there, we took like a 4 or 5 hour drive down to Yale. We did a FaceTime call and visit of the Yale campus, so that was pretty cool. And I keep in contact with the recruiting coach, and it's just an overall good process with them.
What are your goals going into IMG Academy for your senior year?
So first and foremost, I mean, I'm here at a top level school, so I'm looking to start, of course. And also, I'm looking to prove myself at a higher level, show colleges that I'm not just someone who had good film because I was going against schools that weren't that good. I want to show my ability with all these top players at this top level. And, of course, I'd love to walk out of here with a nice scholarship. So,
all right, now we move into the lightning round. First off, hot dog or glizzy?
Hot dog.
All right, LeBron or MJ?
Definitely MJ.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
What do you hate more, spiders or clowns?
Spiders.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Are you a morning or a night person?
Morning.
I couldn't. Man, I stay up till like 4 a.m. just doing work and don't get up till noon. So I don't know how you do it. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
NFL Sundays or college football Saturdays?
NFL Sunday.
Super Bowl or national championship?
National championship.
We're halfway there. The baby or Lil Baby?
The baby.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh,
I love
man.
corn pizza.
Yes. Preach it, man. Preach it. Are you a cat or a dog person?
Dog.
Big Trusts or Money Mahomes?
Money Mahomes.
Beach or mountain?
Beach.
Bike or skateboard?
Bike.
And finally, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Once again, welcome to the East Coast where humidity is rampant. You're gonna have an amazing time. I wish you nothing but the best going forward, and I'll keep in touch.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me on the interview today. Definitely awesome, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.
Once again, I'd like to thank Justin for taking the time to sit down and talk with us today, and just go ahead and wish him nothing but the best going forward in his senior year. And remember, for more player interviews like these, you can check us out on our Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to audio interviews. Inside the Hashes is there. For our video formats, you can also check us out on InsideTheHashes.com and on our YouTube channel, Inside the Hashes. And you can also follow us on our social media. On Twitter, we are at Inside Hashes. On Instagram, we are at Inside the Hashes. And on Facebook, we are Inside the Hashes. For player interviews and for Inside the Hashes, my name is Juan Guarin-Camargo. We'll see you next time.